now, here's what people are talking about.
Then not one, but two stories that will make you smile.
So that's a tricky thing right now with the pandemic.
Meet the Canine Companions COVID is no match for. Well, beautiful stuff. Now to a touching story that involves the training of service dogs that help the disabled. There's a lot of work that goes into getting the dogs prepared. You're about to meet people so dedicated, even the pandemic couldn't stop them.
We get them when they're 2 months old. We teach them these 35 commands, and then we socialize them. So that's a tricky thing right now with the pandemic.
Even these puppies with a purpose are feeling the effects of the pandemic.
Pesto, look. Come here. Want to sit up?
Jacqueline Cheshire is one of many volunteers who help train furry friends like Pesto to eventually become service dogs.
Ordinarily, we take them to movies and dinners and work with us. They just go everywhere so they can learn how to behave in a variety of settings and really just be solid, paying attention to their handler and not being distracted by the environment.
Jacqueline and the sweet folks over at Canine Companions for Independence help raise these pups until they're ready to move on to service dog boot camp. Normally, the dogs hitch rides in the cargo hold of commercial airlines to get to the volunteers and eventually the people they'll help. But with COVID, the airlines canceled those trips, leaving the pups stranded. That's when private pilots such as Richard Hansen stepped up.
Tough to beat cute puppies as far as good passengers, and they were nice and quiet, kept to themselves, so yeah, it was pretty good on the whole. Tough to go wrong with puppy passengers.
The darling dogs got a quick cleanup and even a superhero cape before going into the arms of waiting volunteers in White Plains, New York, some of whom came from many states away.
I'm really excited to get to know May and help her to become her full potential.
I feel like our family just can't get enough of it.
And to see them when they graduate and they're paired up with their owners, it's really just, very, very gratifying.
The smiling faces of the puppy raisers on the receiving end makes you feel really good about it.
As for the puppies, Richard and Jacqueline say they are the real heroes, helping people with disabilities outside the home.
Maybe they're in a wheelchair or using a walker, or they look a little differently. The response from the public often is to turn away. When they have a dog, it kind of is an icebreaker for them. We see that people will approach them and just say, wow, your service dog is beautiful. And now they've been engaged in the community. The work they do is important on many, many levels.
I love that. If you're like me and one, want a puppy, and two, would like to be a volunteer, check out Canine Companions for Independence at cci.org. Obsess. I know you want one too, Kay. We could share.
Hey.
You know, like toss the dog around, like trade houses,
Sure.
Fostering or something.
Yeah, I'm
Dog's gonna have
afraid
identity
dog
issues.
aunt.
Good dog aunt. Okay. Well, I'm here for the Mass Star.